So yeah, this is going to be the commentary for K106, sixth episode of The Legend of Korra, and the winner is. This commentary is going to start in just a minute. I'm gonna again. This episode starts with the intro of the show, so the fire, earth, air, water. And yeah, next time I pause, there's then I'll next time I start speaking will be when you should press play, and then you'll be all synced up with this. So I'm gonna pause now. Hello YouTube, this is Morgan Bannon, Airspeed Prime here, the site super moderator for Avatar The Last Airbender Online.com, the Avatar and Korra fan site. And this video is going to be the episode commentary for K106, and the winner is the sixth episode of The Legend of Korra, and what effectively is the mid-season finale. We see the end of the pro-bending plot, the start of kind of Amon taking over the city, and just seeing how much power he has. What he said in episode 4 about like not being the right time, which gradually kind of becoming more and more the time. The equalists are growing. He's getting more technology and stuff like that. And in this episode, we see he's willing to attack the arena. And we see this is obviously the training before the big final, the Fire Ferrets against the Wolf Bats. And the team is back together again and working well as a team after the events of episode 5, where obviously the romance kind of messed up things a bit between them all. But yep, they're confident and working well. And Amon takes over the radio yet again. And we see here that, again, he's using that power to, at any time, just take over the radio stations. And this time, he's demanding the city end the pro-bending arena, basically. Close it, and don't show the final tonight. And we see if they agree to this, basically they are letting Amon win. They're showing that they're afraid of him and his equalists, and it's a big thing now. And obviously Korra and Co go there. They want to play the final. They don't want to give in to Amon. They go there to fight their case, and it's very interesting here, especially when we see what's about to happen here with Tarlok and Lin coming into things, which is probably one of the best parts about this episode. We get to see Lin Beifong become. We get to see really what she's really like. For the first 2 times we've seen her in episode 4 and episode 1, you didn't really like her too much. She was just, I hate you, Korra. Stop messing up my city. And we see that even Tarlok is against the bending arena being open because he's afraid of something going wrong. We see that he's afraid of, like, if he agrees to keeping it open, that he'll take the fall. He doesn't want to affect anything on his path to power, as we'll see later on. And then this impassioned plea from the brothers to everyone. And he just dismisses them all. And Korra is correct there, which, as we see, is about to happen. Lin Beifong's going to make her appearance right here. She agrees with Korra. And we see that there's something between Tenzin and Lin, but she doesn't also want to allow Amon to win, which is perfect for her character. You know, she is a bender, the daughter of Toph, one of the best earthbenders of all time. And Tarlok immediately comes up with this plan. He can allow this to happen. He can gain more power in the city if Lin Beifong takes the fall for this. You know, sure, like some injured people might be injured, but Lin Beifong is going to take all of the fall. She'll probably be fired as chief of metal bending police, which will allow Tarlok to take over. So his plan is unbelievably clever when you kind of break it down like that. And you can see that Tenzin sort of sees that this is happening too. And he already has control of his task force and stuff like that. And Tarlock is the one that really influences the people of the council. Very interesting. And here we see more of Lin and Tenzin. And he knows what Tarlock's doing. And here we're going to get the kind of big reveal of why kind of Chief Lin Beifong is so kind of angry, mad at Tenzin. And we see that this little kind of note that Lin and Aang got on famously, which is just an interesting thing. And Korra puts it all together. What Pema said to her in the last episode. Lin Beifong and uh, Tenzin were a couple. It's just like, oh wow. And Korra's just loving kind of throwing this romance in his face, especially after what happened to her last episode. She's loving kind of someone kind of else being kind of embarrassed by romantic stuff. And Tenzin is just not interested in talking about this at all. And Korra just completely flusters Tenzin here. It's just a brilliant scene. And he's just like, oh, I'm never going to live this down. It's a lovely scene. And we see that this is kind of what Amon has been doing kind of for the while that we haven't seen him really since episode 4. He's been kind of building up this stockpile of, I suppose, equalist weapons. This is probably kind of allowing Hiroshi to manufacture them, stuff like that, gain more followers. That's what he's been doing. And now he feels he's powerful enough to take over the pro bending arena here. Now that he kind of knew that this was going to happen. We see the place is absolutely crawling with metalbender cops. And you kind of wonder, there's no way that Amon and his equalists, there can't be that many of them that they're going to get in here. And Tenzin, we have this kind of really honest, sincere scene between the two, where Tenzin just wants them to be kind of nice to each other for a while, given the kind of big situation that's happening. It's going to be tense in the final, and she agrees. They are friends. Obviously, their parents were both friends, so it's just a nice scene that they kind of agree to have this kind of truce for while this is happening. And Shiro Shinobi once again, amazing voice. And we see that the extra show that happens because this is the final. This is the final of the big pro bending tournament, and it's going to be an even more of a show than usual. Teams get to make an awesome entrance. And here's the Fire Ferrets. And the Fire Ferrets have their own team. Fans, I mean. There's Hiroshi and Asami. Keep the shipping going. That's a kind of nice thing to have that. Of course, still kind of likes Mako. You can tell that it's not quite over. There probably is going to be some resolution to that after the Pro Bending Championships are over. And we see that Pabu, as the team's mascot, is going to do the kind of big intro for the team. And you're like, yay, Pabu, you're awesome. And everyone's like, some nice clapping there. And then the Wolf Bats, they're defending champions, know exactly how to play the crowd. Look at this, the Wolf Bat heads, kind of Dracula costumes, completely over the top, crazy fireworks everywhere. I would have liked a line maybe from them about like I would have liked a line kind of from like one of the firefighters, just like, they didn't say we could have fireworks. And Korra plays an interesting game kind of throughout the whole fight here, the whole battle pro bending fight, in that she kind of is really kind of aggressive kind of towards Tano. He kind of makes him think that she's going to be like crazy. She's not going to be thinking and just going to be over the top. But the match itself, we see that the Wolfbats are actually a very good team. They can actually win matches on their own. But that the Fireferrets are good challengers here. Bolin gets a nice shot. But they feel the need to cheat kind of here. And there's the kind of, you're not allowed to. And through the Wolfbatch cheating here, we see more of the rules kind of come out, which is very cleverly done. And definitely the refs have been paid off here because nothing's getting called. And you see, look, bending a disc out of his zone. And we see that Tenzin secretly knows all the rules to pro bending, even the subtle rules. And you see, look, he even ices for a second there, which you're not allowed to do. You have to keep water in water liquid form. And just you grow to really hate the Wolfbats. They're cheating, despite the fact that they probably could do well on their own without cheating. And we see that here, you really think that they've lost completely here, that the Wolfbats have won again. It's just like, oh, that was unexpected. No epic fight, but yes, Korra's keeping the team in it with Mako. And here she kind of just like in a way like sacrifices herself. She gets knocked out and keeps Mako in the fight. It's very well done. They survive the round, and Mako just trolls Tano completely with this wink here. Just yes, and Tano just gets more and more worked up. But they know that any cheating that the Fireferrets do, they'll get called for it. The Wolfbats won't. And here's round two. The Fireferrets are down one round to nothing. Obviously, they're still cheating, but the Fireferrets are doing well to stay in the match. Bolin getting some shots in, Mako getting some shots in. Fire headshots illegal, as are earth headshots. You're only allowed to do water headshots. Or we see the tiebreaker come into things again, and you know it has to be between Korra and Tano. And again, she's really aggressive when she walks up here. Tano kind of just expect her to come straight at him, and then he's take advantage of that. But she completely outsmarts him with this one. She kind of does a fake shot, then just this kind of tricky move, as that kind of shows in slow motion when it happens. He's kind of trying to make her more angry. You see, he's just like, he's gonna dodge and just take her out, but no, she's just like, fake shot, boom, right in the face. And it's just like, amazing win. Korra's like, yeah. And the fact that the helmet lands in the girl's hands is just brilliant. And then we see Lin Beifong has some respect from Korra after that one. I love the comparison that Lin Beifong is going to make here to when she compares Korra to Aang, just like sweet-tempered father, and Korra's tough as nails, a bit of a hothead. Tenzin, true there, they are both kind of similar, have similar personalities, and they would actually get on. And here's round three. And here they show that they can actually do some crazy moves there, as shown by Tano there, the acrobatics power moves. And just the tension grows as, you know, the Firefights are playing amazingly well. And here's the big move, headshot. With crushing the earth itself is not allowed, it's against the rules. But it being a headshot as well just makes it even worse, like double, triple break of the rules. And we see that the Firefights lose, and you expected maybe a big fight back, but no, they go and give them the win. But then You didn't want to win this fight. And here's where we see the equalists come into play. They're not going to attack it. They're already in the arena. They came in as just viewers to spectators, and the gloves. You're wondering, what are these gloves? And they're in the arena. They're going to do something. There's loads of people in the crowd. And you see Lin and Tenzin both at the same time on either side see the threat, but neither of them can do anything. And here's the start of it going all completely wrong. They just completely catch the metalbenders off guard. Such a massive kind of infiltration they were not expecting at all. And then like after a fight, Korra, Mako, Bolena are already exhausted after that fight. And now they're being invaded by Amon, the lieutenant, and his equalists. They can't do anything at this stage. And this scene is just amazing. The dedication from Shiro Shinobi. As he continues to commentate, the matches are over, he's just commenting on this chaos. And even as the guy walks into the arena, he's in the booth with me right now. I'm currently wetting my pants. And I love the way they did that, just adding humor to an otherwise super dramatic scene. And here's where Amon makes his big appearance. And that just shows the power that he has, influence he has, that he enters this arena. Like, he wasn't in the crowd, he definitely wasn't in the crowd. He has kind of so much influence that he managed to get in the center of the stadium, the big lift in the middle of the stadium. That's how he got in. No one knows how he got there. It's just like, wow. That's the power Amon has. And we see here his amazing kind of movement and how he easily beats these three benders, who are the champions, though they cheated, are excellent benders. And they so easily get beaten here. It's interesting to see. And that's how much Tano values his bending. He doesn't want his bending taken away. He'll give Amon all the money. But no, Amon takes away his bending. It's really dramatic and really kind of scary scene there. The sheer terror on Tano's face is just wow. And they even have the flags prepared already. That just shows the amount of planning that went into this. It's insane. And here's another great reference. Korra has more of the flashback. There's Yakone. We don't know yet that it's Yakone. We see some Avatar State action from Aang. Just the mystery is great on this with that side of things. And we see Amon's speech giving capabilities right here. And he uses the fact that the Wolfbats cheated their way to victory to kind of vilify benders further. Cheaters won your pro bending. The Wolfbats cheated their way to victory, and that makes benders even worse. And this is going to gain him so many followers. The fact that his group has taken over the bending, the place of bending, pro bending arena. Just a sheer display of power, and it's like, wow, he is so good, and just makes Amon such a threat. He's a non-bender, or at least we think he's a non-bender at this point, and you just have nothing to do the benders. And here's Pabu to the rescue. The music's starting here, everything's getting dramatic, it's just going very well. And then this is an interesting point. Modern technology is allowing the non-benders, the equalists, to fight benders on a level playing field. And it just brings up that kind of concept, like the fact that if there are non-benders out there who are getting oppressed by these benders, they can just join the equalists, get one of these shock gloves and defend themselves. So he's kind of playing this kind of game so well, using kind of the whole protection thing, while at the same time it's an invasion. It's like what he's putting in people's minds is amazing. And then the fact that he just said that and is going to leave now, blow up the arena, is just shows of his power. No one was any kind of threat to him. They took out all the benders in the arena with ease and are just leaving. And just as everyone's kind of regaining consciousness, he sets off the explosives. Everything's going wrong here. We see, our main characters, the fire ferrets, about to be crushed by the arena. But Korra, we see here, she doesn't quite have. This is an interesting moment here. She does the kind of water spout thing. She doesn't quite have the power she needs to get up to the roof, which makes sense because benders only have a certain amount of power. She doesn't quite have enough energy left to make it go that high. We get this great scene here. Lin Beifong, Spider Lin. Just great choreography here on this thing. She helps Korra go to fight him on, and then joins her. And this is just amazing set piece battle in the middle of the season. On top of the pro bending arena, the glass is already fragile. Amon just casually walks away, just stands there. This crazy fire blast go off in front of him. And Amon just lets the Equalist and the Lieutenant do all the work as Lena arrives. And just all the time you know that glass is going to crack at some point. You just see it keep going, and just the tension, along with the choreography. And it's already different to see the Lieutenant and his Kali sticks electrified. The regular chi blockers, Korra firebending, and Lin Beifong with the metal bending kind of I suppose cables. So many different styles. That was an amazing fire kind of move there from Korra. Love that wide shot there where you can really only work out who's there by the bending. See that Lin is the only one with her cables who has the ability to go after Amon. Korra can't get up there. Korra is beating the Lieutenant now after he was a big threat in episode 3. We see she's growing as a fighter against these Equalists. Goes for the big finishing fire move. And the Lieutenant just gets wrecked again, just sent sprawling off that thing. And now she's falling, probably to her death here. And this is a big decision for Lin Beifong here, that she stops possibly going after Amon to save Korra. And that shows that kind of respect that they kind of, I suppose she has for Korra now, but that they both have for each other. Just amazing moment, amazing fight scene. Kind of big loss in the middle of the season, and how are they going to get back after that? Looks like we lost this one. The hug from Mako, kind of showing how much he cares for Korra already at this stage, despite Asami being his girlfriend. It's just a little thing then that you look back, and it kind of adds to the fact that later on we'll see just how much Mako cares for Korra when she's captured later on in the season. But what a mid-season finale! Just Amon displaying his power in out after a speech is just so well done. Yes, so that's been the episode commentary for K106, and the winner is. Next will be the one for K107, the aftermath, and yeah, thank you for listening to this, and bye.